First with breaking news. First with new information. 19 News starts now with a first alert for severe weather.
Another 19 first alert weather day due to that cold air. Very, very cold temperatures tonight into Friday. And I hate to tell you, and Sam will have more here in a second, Friday or even Saturday morning may end up being the coldest morning of the season. Hi, thanks for joining us. I'm Brian Duffy. Nicole is off today. On it goes. 19 first alert meteorologist Samantha Roberts is here with the still, Sam, frigid forecast.
Yeah, we can't shake this cold. It's been a frigid January, and we continue through the end of the month into the beginning of February. First alert weather days through Saturday for this frigid weather. And tonight, we could even have some record low temperatures out there. So our record low in Cleveland for tomorrow's date is -4. It's a very old record set back in the late 1800s. So, none of us were alive the last time it was that cold on tomorrow's date. Our forecast 5 below. Akron, Canton record and forecast -6. Now Mansfield, New Philadelphia, I think a little bit less attainable, and I hope we don't get this cold. 10 below is the record in Mansfield. The forecast is 7 below, and the record in New Philadelphia 15 below. The forecast 7 below. So we'll be close, but I don't think it'll be quite that extreme. 2 right now is our wind chill in Cleveland, -2 in Akron, and we are actually tracking a little light lake effect snow out there. A lot of this in central Cuyahoga County, so traveling along portion of 480-271 may be some visibility issues at this hour. I don't expect a ton of additional snow tonight. I do think eventually as we get closer to sunset, this lake effect should kind of taper off for us, and we're just generally mostly cloudy and you guessed it, cold tonight. We're below 0 by tomorrow morning. We'll see if there's any warm up ahead this weekend, even a little one, coming up here in just a bit.
Okay, Sam, and still plenty to watch out for this winter. That's why it is a really good idea to have the 19 First Alert weather app. You can scan that QR code there on your screen for the free download. You can track the snow and these mega cold temperatures. Plus, you'll get severe weather alerts, video updates from Cleveland's most accurate weather team. Well, this cold, it equals water main breaks in our area. We've seen a lot of them. That's the case in several spots in the Cleveland and around Northeast Ohio. The whole entire area, really. The cold is causing the pipes to burst, flooding street after street. Our Harry Boomer is on Giddings in the Huff community, Harry, standing by a break that people say has been going on for at least a week. Harry, tell us what's going on there.
Well, I got to tell you, first there is one on West 65th Street, and then there's another one here on Giddings right here at my feet. As you said, residents say it's been going on for a while. I got a quote from the city. They said the break is a 6-inch main. We are aware and working to address it as quickly as possible, end quote. We'll tell you more about that right now. It's a scene that's hard to believe. Cars stuck in ice-covered streets caused by a water main break. This one on West 65th Street. It took hours to get them free of the ice. And it's not just a West Side thing. Here on Giddings off Superior Avenue, another water main break. It turned ice and slush into a hazard zone, guarded by Cleveland police. They positioned cars to keep drivers from getting stuck.
Last night they had to tow a paratransit RTA out the driveway over here because it got stuck because it's been leaking up the street for a minute. It's like a fountain coming out for real.
Walking through it, it's kind of hard because you can't walk on the sidewalk, so you're forced to walk in the street.
The snow was too high on the sidewalks along Giddings for anyone to safely walk on them. Xavier Rashid had to choose every step carefully.
As you're walking in the street, you're slipping. You're not even on street. You're on snow, slush, and ice. So it is pretty difficult just walking down the street. This backhoe stayed busy all morning long, scooping up tons of ice and slush made worse by the water main break. The backhoe was hard at work, clearing the streets so that vehicles could drive through.
When you come down here, it's like going through an ice ring. People are losing their bumpers. I lost my bumper. We had to jimmy rig it. I'm a carpenter, so I had to use my carpenter skills and shoot a couple of screws inside of my bumper.
And while the crews are trying to clear it, the water keeps coming up from the roadway,
producing more and more ice as wind chills fall below zero again tonight.
The main streets are going to get done, but it's the side streets and stuff like that that allow access to the main streets that we can't even get out the driveway.
And then when you add all the water and the ice, you're really messed up.
Exactly.
At least Giddings is clear for now, but the water is still flowing down the street. And with the temperatures expected to be below freezing again tonight, well, that headache is going to continue. It's going to freeze overnight. In Huff on Giddings, I'm Harry Boomer, 19 News.
All right, Harry, and we have new information on a couple of other water main breaks that people have been dealing with. We showed you these on Cedar Road. The damage so bad, even the sidewalk split. Today, an update from University Heights City Hall. The water main breaks at Washington and Cedar and at Cedar and Miramar have been repaired, and we're told the roads there are back open. Got new developments today in Minneapolis as Tom Homan held his first news conference since taking over the immigration crackdown. He said there will be a drawdown of federal law enforcement in the state, with agencies working on that plan right now. Brian Abel reports the latest now from Washington.
Less than a week since the killing of Alex Preddy by federal immigration enforcement agents.
I came here to seek solutions, and that's what we're going to do.
White House border czar Tom Homan, newly installed to lead Minnesota operations, announcing an eventual drawdown of ICE enforcement in the state.
The mission is going to improve because of the changes we're making internally. No agency or organization is perfect.
Homan saying officers will focus less on the street operations and more on working in jails and prisons. The change in direction comes amid heavy criticism for their severe and sweeping tactics and frustration from Democrats in Washington who are seeking ICE reform concessions from Republicans before a critical funding vote.
I'm not going to vote for another dime until there are real changes. Get rid of the masks, mandate body cameras, no warrantless searches.
All of this as new video surfaces from 11 days before Alex Preddy was killed, showing a physical clash between Preddy and federal agents. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey addressing the incident Wednesday night.
Are we actually making the argument that Alex Preddy should be killed for something that happened like 11 days prior to the shooting itself? No, I think we should be talking about the circumstances that actually led to the killing and what took place.
In Washington, Brian Abel reporting.
Now your 19 First Alert traffic update.
First alerting you to this crash that's in Akron in the West Hill neighborhood. Now this crash I just learned is on Market Street, West Market Street, and then at North Bouch. So if you're about to be heading this way around the downtown Akron area, then you will be seeing some slow speed, just around 19 miles per hour in that West Hill neighborhood. But that, of course, is not the only crash I've been keeping my eye on today. So I want to bring you back to North Ridgeville, where there's still this one on Route 83 over by Center Ridge Road. And that's impacting both sides of 83. So we're seeing similar speeds there, just around 20 miles per hour. Just a couple extra minutes will be tacked onto your drive at most as you're slowing down around those first responders. But some good news if you're about to be heading west on 90. That crash that was over on 90 westbound just past West 44th has been cleared, but with rush hour traffic filling up the freeway, all of that congestion that the crash caused, and we have some of that snow coming down, it is still a slow go. Speeds just around 20 miles per hour or even slower in just about every direction around downtown.
Well, it is the biggest contract in team history, and there is probably nobody more deserving. Jose Ramirez has signed a multi-year extension with the Guards. Our Leah Doherty was with Jose today and is here with the reasons behind his desire to finish his career right here in Cleveland.
A once-in-a-generation type talent that decided he wants Cleveland to remain his home for the rest of his career. Today, the Guardians officially announced Jose Ramirez's 7-year contract extension through 2032. It's worth a reported $175 million. And when I had the chance to speak with Guardians President of Baseball Operations, Chris Antonetti, he said when Jose and his team approached them a little over a year ago about starting to work on this deal, he said it came as no surprise.
It's not easy to reach an agreement on a deal of this magnitude with a player like Jose, but we are incredibly grateful that he was really a driving force behind this and was very clear and consistent in his desire to make this happen.
La mitad dominicana Todo lo que ha hecho Cleveland por mí.
I can call myself that I'm a 50% Dominican, 50% Clevelander. So my sons were born here, so I take that pride of the city and what it represents to me. Remaining here, the ultimate goal remains the same, which is the World Series. Because let's not forget, I was rejected plenty of times when I was an amateur player. So whenever this team gave me the opportunity, that's the way I was able to give back for that opportunity they gave me when I was a lot younger.
That strut, that look that says, if you underestimate me, you do so at your own peril. Gritty, hustle, passion. We are joyful that he is going to be staying home for a very long time. So thank you, Jose.
As the Guardians head into spring training, it is no secret that they need to get better offensively. Antonetti said they did offer some free agents in the offseason, and it didn't come down to money why they didn't sign with Cleveland. They had offered comparable deals, but really it came down to playing time. He said, I want to prioritize the current guys on our roster and make sure they're getting adequate playing time to help in their development, and that's why some of the other free agents signed elsewhere. Reporting at Progressive Field, Leah Doherty, 19 News.
All right, if you're from Cleveland, you've certainly said if you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes and it will change. Take a look at Madison from our camera in Madison. Beautiful out there. Now let's take a look in Cleveland. Yeah, it's snowing in downtown Cleveland. What is that, like 25 miles away? The weather can change in a hurry around here. Samantha Roberts will explain it all in just a couple of minutes. They're walking our streets when they need to be walking into a courtroom. They are Cuyahoga's Most Wanted. Dan DeRose is back now with our second of 3 fugitives. Who do you got this afternoon, Dan?
Well, there's a reason sex offenders have to register. A, so you know if somebody's living in your neighborhood, and B, so that the authorities know where that person is currently living. And when you don't register, Brandon Ellison, well, you got another warrant. You're going to have to be back in court.
In 2012, Brandon Ellison was actually convicted of unlawful sexual conduct with a minor and served a sentence at the Lorraine Correctional Institution. According to reports, the victim was under the age of 16, and I know how passionately our community feels about protecting our children. Reports state that after Brandon forced the victim into his home, he proceeded to force them to do several obscene acts. As part of his post-release control, he's required to register as a sex offender, but he has not complied with this, and a warrant was issued for his arrest. He actually has an extensive criminal history as well, dating back to 2008.
Detective, this is about cleaning up our streets. It's about getting justice for the victims, but it's also about a potential reward of up to $5,000. What do you want people to know?
That crime doesn't pay, but Crime Stoppers does.
And it is very simple. I don't care if you're a family member of Brandon Ellison. You can remain anonymous. He doesn't have to know you're the one who made the call and got that reward. 216-252-7463. That goes directly to Crime Stoppers. And again, they don't record it. They don't have caller ID. They don't even want your name. You'll get a tracking number. You call back in a number of weeks, find out if your tip led to the arrest. So, Mr. Ellison, we have a 78% capture rate here on Cuyahoga's Most Wanted. May want to do the right thing. Turn yourself in.
Okay, Dan, check this out. Fugitives of a different kind caught on camera. Peabody Police, Massachusetts, released this video. These cows were spotted walking the streets Tuesday night. Check these guys out. The video shows the detective calmly guiding the herd like a seasoned farmer. Not sure where they were going, not immediately clear where the cows are from or how they actually became loose. Yeah, they're walking to Chick-fil-A, Dan said. All right, meanwhile, police in Michigan are searching for the person who stole a 6-foot-tall taxidermied black bear. You see the stuffed bear bandit in the act, dragging the thing away from someone's porch in the middle of a snowy January night. The bear is sporting a fake sheriff's badge, ring, watch, and necklace. They've taken to social media, the people who own the bear have, asking anyone who might see the bear or know the suspect to contact state police.
Now your 19 First Alert forecast. Certified most accurate since 2004.
I'm innocent. I know the sleeves are a dead giveaway.
Yes.
Only faux fur around here. First Alert weather days in effect from now through Saturday. You need all the layers, all the puffer coats, right? The faux fur, anything to stay warm here, especially through the first half of the weekend. Let's take a look at our extended wind chill tracker here. So these are our minimum wind chills or feels like temperatures on each given day. And tomorrow, I think 10 to 15 below in the morning. Saturday may feel a little bit worse. I mean, we get any breeze out there. It could feel as cold as 20 below in the morning. Sunday into Monday, our wind chill at least gets our minimum chill a little bit closer to 0. And then Tuesday, look, I had to add numbers to the y-axis over there because, we're getting a little warmer. It's better. Tuesday, minimum wind chill about 10 degrees. Okay, that's more tolerable, a little bit more doable than these, wind chills way below 0. We actually don't have a ton of snow in the forecast. So a little good news there for you too. I mean, I know it is snowing right now. We have some lake effect out there, but I'm really not seeing anything of significance in the short-term forecast. So just flurries Friday into the weekend. Sunday, I don't think we'll see much, if any, snow. And then Monday, watching some light snow late in the day, little disturbance coming through. Not seeing much right now on Tuesday of next week, but maybe by Wednesday and then potentially end of next week. These would be systems, not lake effect, because the lake is very frozen, but there's always cracks in the ice. There's thin ice out there, and that can provide a little moisture too. So we'll keep some light lake effect snow out there early, and it is very light and very spotty. Some of you are seeing sun right now, and some seeing the lake effect. Big story tonight, just the cold. We get down to -5. The record in Cleveland, -4. The record at Akron Canton is -6. So we're going to get close. 13 tomorrow, mostly cloudy. Few peaks of sun. That's nice. At least we get to see the sun a little bit. In January, you can't ask for much, right? 16 on Saturday. Saturday is also a first alert weather day just due to that 6 below in the morning. Got to continue to drip those faucets. We don't want any burst pipes. You got to protect everything around your house and your vehicle, also impacted by the cold. I'm sure we've had a lot of low tire pressure lights coming on this week. We are going to get warmer into next week. So every day we're 20 or greater. Until next weekend, we could have a little more snow on the way, but it's early. We'll keep you updated.
All right, here we go with your top 4 at 4. Water main breaks are popping up almost every day for the last week or so. Today, no different. Look at this one in Huff. This is at Giddings and Whitney Avenue. You can see some cars now simply trapped in that snow and ice. The road is closed for repairs. Jose Ramirez has signed a 7-year extension, keeping him in Cleveland through 2032. He should finish his career here. This is the largest contract in franchise history, $175 million. Some fans are looking for the team to add another bat to the lineup. President Chris Antonetti claims the club targeted some free agents this offseason who all decided to sign elsewhere. So it appears as if that lineup is set for 2026. And Hosey and the guards will be soon back to work. This morning, the trucks rolled out on the way to Goodyear for spring training. There's hope for warmer weather, evidently, too, right? There are 68 days until baseball's opening day. The team starts workouts on Valentine's Day. First game is February 21st. Better Business Bureau is warning people about a deceptive private investigator door hanger. It's currently circulating in our area. Now, we've reported on this before, but it's had a bit of a resurgence. They're often printed on fluorescent orange or green cardstock, feature a bold, urgent headline. The scam is resurfacing after flyers were circulating in Toledo, then Sandusky, and now here in Cleveland. Breaking at this hour, a deadly home explosion in Smithville, Missouri. Investigators say one person died. Investigators found a hole in the kitchen floor. Underneath it was a furnace and water heater, both serviced by natural gas. But gas company says there were no reports of an odor or digging in that area. They don't think this was due to a leak along the lines. Blast also moved the walls of the home. A former Illinois sheriff's deputy has been sentenced to 20 years in prison. He shot and killed Sonia Massey, who dialed 911 to report someone outside her Springfield home in 2024. Sean Grayson was convicted of second-degree murder in October. Grayson claims he thought she was going to throw a pan of boiling water at him. He can shorten his sentence by half with good behavior. He's been locked up since he was charged in Massey's killing. 70-year-old woman hit and killed while crossing a dark street. Her daughter is grieving her loss, of course, but also wants to find the people who who came and stayed by her mom's side. First at 4, Catherine Huntley, live now with the story.
It's simply an unimaginable situation finding out your mom has been critically injured in an accident. It happened here in Lorain on Saturday night. And now, just days after losing her mother, a daughter is hoping to thank the Good Samaritans who helped her mom in her final moments.
She was a firecracker, you know.
Nancy Fleisig was a mother and a grandmother. She loved motorcycles, animals, and above all, her family.
She just loved us. She loved her kids. We were her world, her grandbabies, her world.
Christina Helbig is Nancy's oldest daughter. Her world came crumbling down on Saturday night. A car hit Nancy as she crossed West Erie Avenue just before 9 p.m. Strangers rushed to Nancy's side to be with her in, sadly, what turned out to be her final moments.
I was just grateful that my mom wasn't alone. I don't know if she was conscious. I don't know if she knew what happened, but she didn't have to be by herself.
Helbig says she doesn't know exactly where her mom was headed, but she would like to thank the people who were kind enough to help her.
I just want them to know that I am forever grateful to them. I can't express, my sisters and I literally cannot express our gratitude enough.
Through her grief, Helbig is grateful the 17-year-old driver stayed behind to help her mother as well.
I don't want to be mad at you, and I'm not. And thank you for staying because, like I said, you didn't have to, and I know that.
The kindness of strangers is helping Helbig cope as her family says goodbye to her mother.
People were always drawn to her, and, you know, in her last moments, they still were. So, yeah, that's a nice thing.
I'm Chris Fry. Thanks for listening, and be sure to subscribe to the latest headlines every weekday. A reminder, tomorrow is a First Alert weather day for dangerously cold temperatures. Download the 19 First Alert weather app for hour-by-hour forecast from our team of meteorologists, Cleveland's certified most accurate weather team.